Good evening, everyone. Welcome from the... Right, good ladies and gentlemen. Hope you can hear us. What we're doing, we've got a few internet in problems here at the moment, so we're a couple of minutes of the game. It's still 0-0 here at the game, and what we'll do is we're just going to wait for it to see if it can pick up a internet signal. So I'll try and commentate on what's going on. It's a little bit foggy here on the far hand side. Elijah just going for the ball. It goes back to the goalkeeper, Noel Cooper, and Cooper just plays the ball down. It's flicked on there. I can't even see the numbers of the players' numbers here. By Fitz Harris. Ball comes through here to Dunn. Dunn pokes it through, trying to find Warren Harris, and Slough get a free kick here for a free kick for a foul. It's around about 35 yards, so it is in fact territory for James Dobson. It's very dark here. They've turned all the lights off in the main stand, so unfortunately I can't actually see even the team sheet, so it's going to be just guessy. And hope that we've got some internet. Hopefully it might be working in a second. So Slough will have this free kick. And it is James Dobson standing over this free kick. Late change for Slough in the warm-up. Looked like an injury to Charlie Moon. And he's replaced by Nathan Webb. As it is Dobson standing over this free kick. A good 35 yards away from goal, but in a nice central position here for the Rebels. And Sean Fraser just makes a run to this near hand side. A bush for the referee, happy that the ball's back 10 yards. And Dobson is to take this free kick. Hits it straight at the wall, and it's cleared then by Gregory. Up for Fitz Harris, but well won by Slough. It will come through to number 7, who's Grocott. Grocott running down the far hand side. Still got the ball on the right. Looking to play the ball back. Comes back to the right back, which is Tulloch. Tulloch under pressure. Plays the ball into Taylor, but Taylor's not been robbed of Nisbet. Nisbet now with the ball. Spreads it on the far hand side, but puts Dobson under a little bit of pressure. But Dobson does well for Slough to win the ball back. And it's into the centre. It nicks off the feet of Webb, but Hollis slides in to win the ball. It comes through to Togwell, in towards Webb. Now left by Dunn. Dunn spreads it across here to Harris, but it's got too much on it. And has it come off a Slough player? Oh, I think it has. It has decided that it's going to come off a Slough player. It's going to be a free throw-in for Stratford. So ball's just played back to Fry, who's the captain, out on the far-hand side to Tulloch. Tulloch running with the ball. Goes back to the 18-yard line. Cuts back inside, plays the ball into the box. It's cleared by Nisbet. Comes out towards Togwell. Togwell with the ball. Plays it forwards. Goes as far as Fry, who sweeps up for Stratford. Stratford in all blue here. Slough in their yellow and blue kit. Up to Tulloch. Tulloch hits the ball straight at a Slough player, and it's a throw to Stratford on the halfway line. And I'm just going to see if everything's working. Ball just played through on the far hand side. Tried to come through to the left back Westwood. Well spotted out here by Fraser and Harris. Harris now with the ball deep in his own half, in towards Dunn. Dunn puts Fraser under pressure. It's come here to Grocott. Grocott spreads it, but Nathan Webb does well. Spots that play there and plays it out, looking for the run on the far hand side. It's come through to Dobson. Dobson just dropping into the middle of the half here. Back to Fraser. Fraser can bring it over the halfway line for Slough. It's got Harris on the outside. Harris is his target. Harris cuts inside to Dobby. Dobby playing a little bit in the middle. Comes back out to Webb. Webb plays it in immediately, looking to find Webb. But Togwell's first to the ball. Back towards Dunn. And Dunn challenged, but still wins the ball. And late challenge there, but the referee's played on. Ball played on. Dobson trying to flick it on. It only comes as Francis. Francis, long ball down, up towards Taylor, but well won by Hollis. Togwell out to Fraser. Fraser trying to find more on Harris. Just can't run the ball then. Again, a long clearance down. Oh, and a mistake there by Guy Hollis. Means the ball comes through, and Scott has to come out of his area to head the ball away from the on-rushing Mike Taylor. And Taylor's still down injured, and Slough don't kick the ball out. Playing on, the referee hasn't blown for a free kick. Ball comes through to Warren Harris. Harris with the ball. Slough with a 3-on-3 here. Harris running down the right-hand side. Harris, he hits his cross straight at Liam Francis. And Taylor's back to his feet and seemingly okay. As hoping that you can all hear us back home. Let's see if we can Get Twitter back up as well. As the ball comes out to Togwell. Togwell 10 yards inside the half. Goal in the game between Merthyr and Leamington. It's gone to Merthyr. Merthyr lead 1-0. Ball on the far hand side with Stonehouse. Kicks the ball forward here for the run of Warren Harris. It pops up on the far hand side. Comes out and Slough still with the ball. It's on the far hand side with Dobson. Dobson gets across in, but it's deflected and goes into the arms of the goalkeeper waiting, Niall Cooper. So Cooper with a long clearance in. It's long ball down. It's won by Slough though. And here with Fraser. Fraser bringing the ball another 20 odd yards. Rips it to Harris. Just played a little bit behind Warren Harris. And played in the middle to Dunn. Dunn under pressure, just loses the ball, overruns it, comes back here to Gregory. Gregory spreads it on the far hand side, finding the run of Akinkora. Akinkora now can run at Stonehouse. He's up by the halfway inside the Slough half. Cuts back inside to Fitzharris. Fitzharris back here to Grocott. Grocott with the ball. Looking to play the ball back in towards Tulloch. Tulloch back to Grocott. And ball, Grocott just looking for the ball. Akinkora's in plenty of space on that far hand side. Acres of space. Picks the ball up. Gets across in. It's a little bit too deep. And Guy Hullis has plenty of time there to be able to pick the ball up and come running out with that ball. And he's given it to Warren Harris. Long ball down here. Play for the run of Dobson. Dobson bursting through, but it's overhit. And comes through. Biggleswade have scored as well. And the ball's in the hands of Niall Cooper. And Cooper, long kick down the field. Looking for Akinkora. It's headed clear by Nisbet. Comes to Togwell. Togwell spreads it out here to Stonehouse. Stonehouse a long ball trying to find Adebayo, but Adebayo just can't control that one. It's very difficult conditions here. There's a foggy thing coming over the top that's causing a little bit of trouble. Ball's with Francis playing just like Stratford got free at the back. Ball played forwards. Hollis with the head. It comes through here to Fraser. Fraser under pressure from Akinkora. Just brings it out towards Dunn. Dunn being closed down. Gives it away to Fitzharris. Fitzharris spreads the ball now wide on the far hand side to Tulloch. Tulloch surging down that right side. Cuts inside to Grocott. Grocott back to Gregory, and then Grocott just tries to play the ball quickly first touch, but overhits it a little bit. And it's out of play. And so apologies if we get some of the names of the Stratford players wrong, but in the press area here, it's quite a crowded little press area, but they've turned off all the lights, so everything's pitch black. And as we finally got some internet signal, I don't want to touch it. Gregory flicks the ball on, trying to find the run of Taylor. Nisbet comes across for Slough, has to just knock it out for a throw. And Tulloch comes across for Stratford, takes the throw quickly to Akinkora. Akinkora turns, gives it to Taylor. Taylor on the far hand side tries to get down the line, gets across him, but it's cut out by Togwell inside the Slough penalty area. Can just wait his time and then play a hurried ball there by Lee Togwell, which is overhit, and it's straight out of play in the Stratford half. A throw almost by their 18-yard, quickly taken, thrown to the goalkeeper Cooper. Cooper, I think, is the ex-Rugby Town goalkeeper that Ed Smith took a fancy to a couple of times. Ball flicked on by Taylor. Great flick on here to Akinkora. Slough appealing from offside. Akinkora breaks into the box. Charles, heavy touch by him. Allows Hollis to come across and tackle, and then Nisbet as well with another tackle. Just clears it, and then being kept in on the far hand side by Stonehouse, and Slough clear, but again not a great deal of depth on that clearance, and is out for a throw halfway inside the Slough half. Connor is listening on via YouTube. 13th of December, Connor, is when Slough hopefully play MK Dons. Ball thrown in here to Taylor, but hooked clear there by Stonehouse. But Slough up front just can't get a touch of the ball at the moment. Comes back on the far hand side. So to Clark. Clark with the clearance. Slough with a little bit of a few problems. He played the ball out here to Fraser. Fraser now's got acres of space to run into, bringing the ball forwards, travels 20 yards, 30 yards, cuts inside, gives it to Togwell. Togwell now with time, plays the ball on the far hand side. Looks like Dunn with the ball, just trying to play it in through to Adebayo, but Clark sticks a leg out, wins that ball for Stratford and plays it to Tulloch. Oh, lovely ball forwards, trying to find Taylor. Well spotted by Guy Hollis, and a really good defensive header there by Guy. Heads it into the path of Togwell. Togwell spreads it to Fraser. Fraser now runs the ball, trying to have a run at the left back. Oh, his ball comes into the centre. It's going to be won by... Great tackle there by Togwell, wins the ball. Ball trips over, trying to find Adebayo by Dunn, but it's... Adebayo just couldn't control it, and it falls into the arms of Cooper. Cooper plays the ball forwards. And back with Clark. Clark closed down immediately there by Nathan Webb and Adebayo. Ball comes out. It's a throw to Stratford by the away dugout, which is about 15 yards inside the Stratford half. So here at Stratford, there's a tiny little stand on the far hand side that seats round about 50 people. Then we're in a main stand here, which is parted by the two changing rooms as Slough win the ball back with Dobson. Dobson plays it off Tulloch, and I think he's given a free kick there for handball. Can't actually be sure, and but apparently Stratford fans have been here helping today, trying to get this pitch ready as Slough have a free kick inside the Stratford half, a couple of yards inside. It's going to be Dobson that will go over to take this free kick for Slough. Plays it deep into the box and flicks on well by Nisbet. Hooked clear though by Westwood. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell hands it in towards Nathan Webb. Takes it on his chest. Takes the ball. Still got the ball. Plays it out on the far hand side, trying to find Guy Hollis of all people. Hollis for the cross to the back post. Adebayo sticks the leg out, but just can't get a touch on it. And goes flying in around the Southern Premier League. Dorchester are losing 1-0 to Cirencester, just down the road from where we are. Biggleswade were leading 1-0. Merthyr are still 1-0 up against Leamington. So those are some of the other games. If you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do it via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. It comes through to us here. Or if you're listening via the YouTube, you can go down. There's a comments page as the ball just comes out, headed clear by Warren Harris. We've played roughly about 15 minutes here at the DCS Stadium. Ball played forward there by Liam Francis, but straight out of play and a goal kick to the Rebels. So yeah, you can contact us if you're listening via YouTube thingamajiggy, and if you've got to be a subscriber apparently to YouTube, which doesn't cost, I believe, and you can come through and it comes up with messages on here, and there you go. So we'll now seem to have a bit of internet coverage. We'll try and bring you everything that's going on as Mark Scott with the long clearance up into that dark misty sky. Free header here for Francis up towards Taylor. Well won by Hollis. Comes through to Adebayo. Adebayo holds the ball up on the halfway line. Gets tackled there by Fitzharris. Fitzharris will go all the way back from the centre circle to his goalkeeper Cooper, and Cooper under pressure plays a poor ball out, flicked on by Grocott, only as far as Togwell. Togwell now chipping the ball in for Warren Harris. Harris with a bit of space to run into here for the Rebels, up against Westwood, gets across in to the far post. Oh, it was Dobson trying to flick the ball on there inside the box, but it's finally cleared in the end by Stratford, only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet with a nice touch towards Togwell. Togwell flicking the ball on, trying to find Adebayo, cleared by Clark on the far hand side, but Stonehouse will win the ball back for Slough in towards Dunn trying to play the ball over, headed clear again by Clark. Three centre-backs for Stratford seem to winning every ball played forwards at the moment. Up with Tulloch trying to find the run of Taylor. Taylor tries to get to the ball, but it's over his head and it will roll into the arms of Slough goalkeeper Mark Scott. Connor wants to know when Barney's back. I think we all want to know when Barney's back. Him and Gavin James on quite a bit of an injury problem at the moment. Ball with Fraser. Fraser got a bit of space to run into. Runs a few yards, chipping it towards Adebayo. Adebayo can't get the flick on. And in fact, he's pushed the centre-back in the back, which is Fry. And it's a free kick to Stratford. So a small number of Slough fans behind the goal that Slough are attacking. Around about 32 on the coach this evening. So they've made that, and a few other people have just driven down as Cooper gets the game back underway with his goalkeeping top, which has kind of got a pink like bob on it, kind of bib, not bob, a bib. There you go. Slough the ball, one by Webb through to Fraser. Fraser takes a touch, trying to find the run of Harris. Harris just holds his run up there, and Westwood will try and see it out, and he has to clear. And Slough have a throw. They're going to take it quickly. They're going to leave it for Guy. They're going to take it quickly through Hollis. Warren Harris towards Fraser. Harris just shoved off the ball there as he tried to run down. Ball here, looking for the run of Taylor, but again overhit and too far down, and it's out for a throw to Slough. And Slough just slowly getting into this game. Still 0-0 here at the DCS Stadium. As Hollis with the throw. Well won by Westwood, but Slough gain a few yards with that throw. Hollis again trying to take it quickly, trying to find Adebayo. Comes off the shoulder of Francis towards Harris. Harris trying to flick it on, but Fry, the captain, comes over and blocks that ball there. And out for a throw, and they Slough take it quickly. Balls with Fraser. Fraser trying to find Dobson. Oh, Dobson takes a touch and just tries to go round Clark there, but Clark does well to stick a leg out, win the ball, and plays it through to Tullock. Tullock turns on himself, plays it back towards Clark. Just no pressure here with Slough, just really with the one up front at the moment. Ball's played forward. Oh, Nisbet, poor challenge by him. And the referee's done well to play on. It's up to Akincola on the far hand side, level with the 18-yard line, trying to run at Stonehouse. Oh, step over after step over. Spreads it in the middle here to Gregory. Well spotted by Nathan Webb, and Webb can bring the ball forwards here for Slough. Just plays up towards Adebayo. Adebayo holds it, gives it to Dunn. Dunn cuts back, gives it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse with the ball forwards up to Adebayo. Just pushed off the ball, and he's won a cheap free kick there by the referee. Didn't look like much of a foul to me, but the referee, let me just see if I can see what his name is. Philip Hardister. There you go. It's very difficult to read a team sheet in the pitch black. No, we're not in Stratford East London, but Stratford upon Avon. If you stay like that for the whole game, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, Stephen Roche is listening. He was hoping that Stephen Gerrard would be the MK Dons manager and come down to Slough. Doubt that very much. We could always just invite him. Could be, one of those things that we all club money for to sign. See if we can get Stevie G to sign for us. Slough with a free kick at the moment. We're waiting for Dobson to take this one. Goes to the far post. Warren Harris gets away. Heads the ball into the box. Oh, it's come through to Nisbet. You can't get a touch on it. And then pushed away by Grocott. Up towards Gregory. Oh, Gregory, smart turn. Trying to play the ball forward here to Mike Taylor. Well defended, though, by Paul Stonehouse. Comes through to Togwell. Plays it here to Hollis. Hollis still up forwards from that free kick. Gives it to Harris. Back towards Hollis. Hollis trying to turn. Gives it to Togwell. Togwell pitch just very bobbly here at Stratford as Hollis choreographed that pass there. It's well cut out by Stratford. Comes through to Westwood. Closed down well by Simon Dunn. Gets a second bite at the cherry. Clears long only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet heads forward to find Warren Harris. Harris heads the ball on, but Adebayo had run the other side and then cleared by Fry. Long ball forward looking for the run of Akincola. Akincola up here on the left hand side up against Fraser. Holds the ball up well. Gives it to Grocott. Grocott with a pair of gloves on, and then Gregory trying to flick the ball on, but well cut out by Slough only as far as Westwood. Westwood closed down by a couple of Slough players. Does really well, but loses it to Webb, and then it comes back out to Grocott. Grocott under pressure from Nathan Webb. Webb doing a lot of running here. Gives it to Francis. Francis with the ball over the top. Hollis with the header. Comes through to Taylor. Taylor with a bit of a bulk. Runs straight into Nisbet, and Nisbet goes down. It's a free kick to Slough, and it's just outside the Slough Town penalty area. And good evening to a couple of other people who are listening. Colin Davis is listening as Taylor's been if you could hear some of the Stratford fans in front of us playing tonight's attendance is 202. Obviously the person on the turnstiles counts his money quickly. I can't even remember what we were talking about. Who knows? There's a great conversation going on YouTube at the moment, so you can all just listen to that, and you can, as we just the ball's just been played straight into the arms of Cooper, who's wearing an all black goalkeeper top, apart from that kind of pink bib. It's very fetching. Cooper's ball is volleyed clear by Stonehouse and out for a throw just over the halfway line. Played. I forgot to actually press the button because we were so late getting here and so late setting up. I forgot to press the stopwatch. I ain't got a clue how many minutes are gone really. I think it kicks off on 48, so we're about halfway through the first half roughly, I'd guess, as Taylor flicks the ball on but can't keep it in place. Out for a throw to Slough, and Stonehouse will take it roughly 20 yards away from the Slough goal. Stonehouse Just flicks the ball onto Addy Bay, wins the header, but only as far as Grocott. Grocott chips the ball over the back line. Mistake by Nisbet, gives it away to Akinkura. Akinkura trying to find the run of Gregory. Well spotted by Slough, and it's Webb that can bring the ball out. Trying to find the run of Harris. Harris tries to take the ball in stride, up against Francis. Francis, he's made a slight mistake, but bundles. And that's a free kick there, that was actually given by the linesman on this near hand side. And Francis had got the wrong side of Warren Harris. Harris had kind of like almost nutmegged him in theory, but the ball went through, and Liam Francis didn't do anything wrong. All he did was just use his body to shield the ball, and the linesman on this near hand side said that was a foul, and it's a free kick to Slough, this time right on the touchline of this near side. Again, Dobson takes. He hits this one, whipped in, cleared only as far as Simon Dunn. Dunn can play it into Dobson. Dobson with it in right-footed. Header across. It's gone through to the back post. Poked goalwards there by Warren Harris, but no venom on the shot, and well taken there by Cooper. As Cooper, long ball forward, trying to find Taylor. Taylor gets into the box. Some superb defending there. I can't even see who that is that's defending. That was Sean Fraser actually with some quality defending, and then Guy Clark slides in and wins the ball, and much to the annoyance of the Slough Town bench. Ball over the top for Guy Hollis up against Taylor. Taylor does really well, and Nisbet has to come across for Slough. Keeps the ball in from going out for a goal kick, then gives it to Stonehouse. Still under a bit of pressure here at the moment. Up there, little push in the back there, forced to Grocott. Grocott tackled by Warren Harris. Slough win the ball back. I thought there was nothing wrong with that, and yet again the referee here seems to differ from what I thought was a good challenge. It's a free kick to Stratford again, 35 yards away from goal, and it's going to be Grocott to stand over this free kick for Stratford. Sent forward two of their free centre backs. As whipped into the far post. Gregory with a header, and it's a goal to Stratford. Richard Gregory with a free header. We haven't got a clue how many minutes. How many minutes is it? I don't know. We don't know. 26 minutes that goal has been given at, and a free kick there, which there you go, 26 minutes. And Gregory with a free header there just heads the ball past the despairing dive of Mark Scott, and Slough will be very disappointed that Gregory was totally unmarked for that header, and it's something that you haven't really seen from the Slough Town defending here this season. They very rarely leave mistakes like that open, but they've done it today. So the Stratford fans just getting a bit vocal. Cirencester have gone 2-0 up at home to Dorchester, and Chippenham are losing 1-0. So that's the top three all losing at the moment here. Slough win the ball back through Dunn. And Dunn's actually adjudged to have fouled. Oh, dear me. I don't know. Maybe it's me with my rose-tinted glasses. Apparently Leamington have got to go back, so it's Merthyr 1, Leamington 1. As I don't see a problem with that challenge there, but it's been given as a free kick to Stratford, and it's Grocott who takes it quickly, finds Tullock in acres of space on that far hand side. Slough just a little asleep at the moment. Ball played in for Akinkura, does really well to turn in the box, shoots, good save there by Scott, cleared by Gregory with the shot, and then Slough try and clear it, comes through to Taylor, his shot's blocked. Slough just under too much pressure at the moment, need to clear it. Ball comes through to Warren Harris, he plays it in towards Eddie Bay. It's just a little bit behind. Some really good defending there by James Fry, the Stratford captain, just stuck a foot out as Eddie Boy would have been through one-on-one, but Slough just not working well. Pushing the back there, referee by Fitzharris, and is he going to get a yellow card, or is it just a talking to? Clear push in the back there by Barry Fitzharris, the Stratford number 8. And this is the fourth meeting between these two sides. Slough have never beaten Stratford at all. This season was earlier on back at Beaconsfield, where it finished as a 0-0. Slough have a free kick. Every single player, apart from James Dobson, who's going to take the free kick, and Mark Scott is in the Stratford half. And again, Dobson will pump this ball into the box. As the referee blows his whistle, Dobson with the ball, aimed towards Nisbet. Nisbet can't get a flick on. Comes as far as Tugwell. Tugwell shoots from distance. Comes through to Guy Hollis on the 18-yard box. Gets the ball caught between his feet. Plays it off Clark, and Slough have a corner. So Slough have a chance to try and get back into this game as the Slough fans behind that goal, just start to make a little bit of noise. I don't know. There's a lot of shout. There's some pushing and shoving just going on there, and it's all. I don't know what's going on. The Stratford fans are getting a little bit excited about the fact that Slough have a corner. I don't know why. And the referee's just stopped the game. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving going on, and the referee will just. But I'm not even sure who's playing, but Biggleswade have gone back to 1-1 in their game. So goals flying in. Still waiting for this in-swinging corner from James Dobson to come into the box. Slough need to get back into this game. 1-0 down here at the moment. Goes to the far post. It's come off two players. Oh, Cooper tries to clear it. It comes through to Slough. Shoot! Oh, it's blocked! And it was a diving block there. I didn't think it came off the goalkeeper. I think it was actually a block from a defender. The goalkeeper was beaten. And there was a posse of Stratford players that blocked the ball. Ball's gone back out for another corner. As the Slough fans in some good voice now behind that goal as the ball's down that far end. Again, Dobson will take this corner. Just got to wait for him to grab the ball. As again, Dobson just lining this ball. Someone's going to throw the ball in. No, okay. Just again pushing and shoving going on again that's been brought up here by the referee, and it's someone's just given. I won't say who it was, but a Slough fan behind the goal thinks the Slough should have got a penalty for that. James Fry is being spoken to by the referee, the Stratford captain. So he's just getting a talking to here. It's very difficult to see what's actually happening because it's there's so many bodies in the box. But the referee looks like he's happy with this free kick to come in. Eventually, there you go. He will blow the whistle. So Dobson has a chance to put this one in. Goes near post. It's a free header. And as soon as that corner came in, a Stratford player's gone down, and it's a free kick to Stratford. And there you go. That's that bit over. Couldn't really see what it was for. I think Adebayo's gone over to. Funny enough, it was James Fry, the player who just had a talking to by the referee. He's not getting any treatment. He's fine. The referee's just gone over to make sure he's okay. So there you go. It's a free kick to Stratford, and Slough 1-0 down here at the DCS Stadium, as it's called, here in Stratford on quite a foggy night here. There's Cooper with the long ball again. On far side, Tulloch was absolutely free. Heads it on towards Akinkora. Akinkora got Tulloch on the overlap. Just plays it a little bit too close, but Stonehouse hits Tulloch with the ball. Comes through to Dobson. Dobson allows the ball to come off his chest. Fitzharris tries to win it. Dobson clears it down the line, but only as far as Clark. Clark plays it inside up to Taylor, trying to find the run. Good play there by Stratford on the far hand side to Akinkora. Akinkora again trying to run at the Slough defence. Gets inside the box. Takes it on the far side. Just to turn back on himself. Still running with the ball. Gets a cross in, but it's blocked by Slough. It's out for a corner to Stratford. Chippenham have equalised 1-1. Cinderford between Cinderford and Chippenham from the penalty spot there. And it's a corner to Stratford. Grocott will go across to take this for Stratford. And it'll be an outswinging corner for Slough to defend here. Gregory goes near post, leaves it, and Adebayo with the header for Slough. It'll come out here to Dobson. Dobson first to the ball, takes a lovely little touch, gives it to, try to give it to Nathan Webb, but some good defending there by Liam Francis, who comes back, and it's a throw to Slough, halfway inside their own half. There's some of the Stratford fans behind us just giving Sean Fraser a little bit of let's say advice is what it is. Throw up. Adebayo flicks the ball on, but only cleared by Stratford. Comes back out though to Dunn. Dunn to Fraser. Fraser just inside his own half. Cuts past Mike Taylor, then spreads it out here to Tugwell. Tugwell will play out to the other Mitchell brother, Paul Stonehouse. Stonehouse now can run at the Stratford defence. He's got Dobson on his outside, still with the ball at his feet. Still going to go. He's running 30-40 yards. Just gets across in, but it's blocked on the far hand side. And it's a throw to Slough. A few yards away from the corner flag on the far hand side. Slough look like they're going to take it quickly with Stonehouse. In towards Dunn. Dunn under a little bit of pressure. Keeps the ball, but then just overruns the ball. Then hooked clear by Gregory. Scored the only goal so far today. And what's Mark Scott done? He's come out to clear the ball, and as he's got to the ball, he's slipped, but he's managed to clear it and kick it out. But it's a throw to Stratford, taken quickly by Tulloch. In towards Akinkora. Akinkora can turn. Keeps hold of the ball. Back towards Grocott. Grocott feeds Tulloch. Tulloch on that literally right wing back position, just brings the ball forward. Gets the cross in. Hooked clear by Guy Hollis, and it's flicked on there on the far hand side by Clark, who can't keep it in. It's a throw to the Rebels. Quick throw taken by Slough towards Togwell. Togwell closed down, but spreads the ball out here to Fraser. Fraser with a bit of space to run into. Gives it to Warren Harris. Harris immediately closed down by Westwood. Dinked in here towards Webb. Webb turns. Plays. It's a poor ball by Webb. Well spotted by Grocott, who clears, and Mark Scott's going to try and keep that one in from Scuff. Topic going out. He does. Gives it to Togwell. Togwell comes the deepest player for Slough to pick the ball up. Chips it forwards, finding Warren Harris. Harris again with a heavy touch. Gets the ball back for Webb, but Webb just lazy ball forward. Won by Gregory. Gregory spreads it here to Fitzharris. Fitzharris inside the centre circle, up towards Akinkora. Plays it in towards Gregory. The scorer with the only goal. Chips the ball forwards, trying to find the run of Akinkora, but it's a little bit too hard and bounces through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal, who clears, and it's headed cleared by Tulloch. Simon Dunn wins it in midfield, wins the second ball as well, keeps hold of it, in towards Dobson. Dobson back in towards Dunn. Some good football. Slough just trying to play in Adebayo, but well spotted that time by Fry, and cleared long up towards Nisbet. Nisbet takes it. It looked like it hit him on the hand, but the referee says no, back up towards Dobson, towards Togwell. Slough just not really getting any fluidity in their play here. Ball spread to Webb, in towards Fraser. Fraser travelling 30 yards with the ball, gets across him, but I don't know who he's crossed it to. It's a little bit of an aimless ball there. There was the two strikers or the three forward players were way ahead of the ball, and no one from midfield breaking. And ball's now with Togwell. Togwell again will spread it here to Fraser. Fraser's got acres of space here if he wants to run with the ball. And this time shreds it over towards Adebayo. Adebayo takes it on his chest, but hooked clear. It will come through to Togwell. Togwell hit it on the volley. And it bounced up just in front of Niall Cooper, who does well to grab that one out of the air there. And good save there by the Stratford goalkeeper. So still 1-0 here to Stratford. Long kick, well defended by Stonehouse. It'll come through to Webb. Webb going to head it back to his goalkeeper Scott, under a little bit of pressure. And Scott just rolls the ball out to Nisbet, to Webb, back to Hollis, to Webb. Webb now kind of trying to orchestrate the play. Plays the ball forward. Easy header there by Francis. Heads the ball out though for a throw to Slough under no pressure. Should have done a bit better with that. And Slough the throw. Taken quickly to Adebayo. Adebayo on the edge of the 18-yard box. Warren Harris just slips as he runs through. Fraser with the header. Comes through. Slough killing in for a handball. It's actually come handball off Warren Harris, and it's a free kick to Stratford. So we've roughly got about 10 minutes of this first half left here. Slough still behind thanks to that Richard Gregory goal on the 26th minute. There's a group of 5 young Stratford fans behind the goal who have made consistent noise from the very start of this game. They're the only people behind that goal really on the far hand side. There's Cooper, long ball forward, flicked on well by Taylor, and then headed back towards Mark Scott by Paul Stonehouse. Nisbet and Taylor just shake hands as some of the Stratford fans think that challenge from Nisbet was a bit heavy or a bit late, but the referee said nothing of it. As Scott comes 10 yards outside of his half to launch the ball down the field. It's come off the head of Clark. It will run through here to Dunn. Dunn's shot is blocked by Fitzharris, and Fitzharris has a chance to clear, but only clears it straight out of the pitch and out for a throw to Slough. I thought it must have clicked a Slough player because it's giving it a throw to Stratford. What would I know? So it is a throw to Stratford on that far hand side. Tulloch with the throw. Comes as far as Togwell. Togwell takes the ball down well in towards Webb. Webb just, again, lazy ball just given away. And the ball cleared forward by Nisbet. Comes through to Dobson. Dobson looking for a foul there. And Slough not playing to the whistle. Taylor on that far hand side up against Nisbet. Taylor robbed there by Nisbet. Some good defending. And that's a poor challenge there by Taylor as Nisbet cleared the ball. Taylor came sliding in. Just gets a word with the referee here. There's a lot of people listening in tonight. Good evening to Stephen Roach, Neil Fraser, Sean Fraser's dad, Noah Hinton, who's listening. Apparently they're the choir. Apologies, I can't even actually hear the language. It's so cold actually. Stephen Delaney's in as well. Adebayo flicks the ball on for Slough, but hooked clear by Westwood, giving Akinkura something to chase. Hooked away by Fraser. Comes on the head of Togwell. Then again, Westwood just pumps that ball forward, and Mark Scott just wants to wait kindly for the ball to just drop into his boxes. Mike Taylor ran it down. Slough just lacking a bit of fluidity here at the moment. Ball's here with Togwell. Togwell, bit of space to run into. He's being chased down by Akinkura. Back heels it to Fraser, who's about 20 yards behind him, but Fraser still gets the ball in towards Webb. Webb just closed down by Gregory in towards Dunn. Dunn now can just look up and try and pick a pass. Plays it out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse a little bit forward. Stonehouse cuts inside onto his right foot. Looks to try and he gives it back to Simon Dunn. Dunn trying to play the ball in. Warren Harris wins the first header. And Adebayo is just not aware of the fact that Warren Harris was going to head that ball down. It would have been perfectly in place for a striker to run onto, but Adebayo was on his heels and just watched as the ball went into the hands of the keeper, Niall Cooper, who launches a long ball down. Taylor again trying to go for the ball. It will come all the way through to Nisbet just shanks that clearance out of the ground. It's a throw to Stratford, and Slough just not playing with any temper. The pitch isn't helping. The pitch isn't the best here, but obviously we have had a good fair few hours of rain over the last couple of days. Ball played in towards Gregory. Now Slough hunt the ball down in packs, but Tulloch first to win the ball. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor, you'd class him as a little bit chunky. Oh, Tulloch did really well there. He's going to win a free kick there for a foul by Stonehouse as he'd gone past him. But as he went past him, Stonehouse just clipped Tulloch's trailing leg, and it's a free kick to Stratford. It's literally almost by the corner flag, so it's almost like a corner to Stratford. And I don't think that some of the Stratford players have actually realised. They're just now sending a couple of people over. Grocott's gone over to take this free kick. Very similar to how Slough conceded that first goal. Slough just needs to be a little bit more aware. Drilled in again towards Gregory. Free header that's I think has actually hit Taylor, and Slough clear it in the end. And it comes up to Adebayo. Adebayo wins a cheap free kick there for Slough, and Adebayo just pushes in the back, and the ball's been taken quickly by Webb towards Dobson. Dunn it was on that far hand side, who tried to run through, and Slough have given the ball away. And it's a throw to Stratford, who are in absolutely no hurry whatsoever to take this throw. It's not actually that cold here tonight. I mean, everyone's wrapped up really well, but it's not that bad a night. The mist has slowly cleared that was here earlier. So whether that mist was coming from John Underwood's head, we're not sure. As Tulloch takes the throw in towards Taylor. Slough win the ball back, but it's come through to Fitzharris. Slough trying to claim a throw there, but it's come off a Slough player last. It'll be a throw to Stratford. Tulloch again takes it. Gregory flicks the ball on. Slough just can't deal with him winning the ball. Again, Slough just hoofed the ball forwards. No real desire on the ball. Guy Hollis will have to come back, and Mark Scott has to come out of his area to clear the ball long. And Slough just lacking a little bit. That's a lost ball, is it? That ball's... Is it off? Oh, no, someone's kept it in. Almost went out of the ground there. So a few other people are listening in on YouTube. So if you do want to get in contact, if you are on a YouTube subscriber, click on the comments and you can leave a message, as several other people have done today. Slough with the ball inside their own half with Dunn. Slough playing some good triangles of football, but just can't seem to get further at the ball. Ball's with Webb, robbed of the ball by Akinkora. Comes out only as far as Dobson. He lets the ball run, and it's a throw into Slough. Stephen Roach saying that their confidence is gone from that early part of the season. I think it is, but I think also the fact that something must have happened to Charlie Moon in the warm-up means that Slough haven't really got a striker. Ball's with Fraser, flicks up towards Togwell. Togwell furthest forwards of the free midfield. Now Dobson's on this, come to the right-hand side, cuts inside on his left foot, chipping the ball over, trying to find the run of Warren Harris, but the ball will go all the way through to Cooper. Cooper's time wasting already. He's got the ball at his feet, waiting for someone to run over, and Adebayo does that, runs over to make sure he picks the ball up. And Cooper, long kick forwards, this time trying to find Gregory. It'll come through to Akinkora, takes it on his head, back towards Gregory. Gregory flicks it out again to Akinkora. It looks like a 3-4-3 formation for Stratford here tonight, which has worked well for them. Ball's with Fitzharris. Fitzharris by the home dugout, turns, gets out of trouble. Webb closes the ball down, and he comes as far as Clark, who plays the ball forwards. And Slough just not getting any kind of, I wouldn't say luck, but run of the ball really. Every time they clear the ball, Stratford are first to it, and Slough just aren't getting much rub of the green. Ball's been thrown in towards Scott. It'll be cleared by him up towards Dobson. Dobson now switched to the right hand side towards Fraser. Fraser in towards Togwell. Every time Slough have the ball, they're being pressured. Ball, and Akinkora's just run 30 yards to close down Guy Hollis. Ball's up to Adebayo. Adebayo turns, and again Liam Francis is adjudged to have fouled, and for me that's the third cheap free kick in a row that Stratford have maybe given away. As and Francis is going to get a talking to here. It's a free kick, and they're just calling the Captain Fry over as well. Captain Fry, it sounds like one of those oil companies, you know, like a vegetable oil. Captain's Fry's oil. As Francis just been have a word with by the referee, called the captain over as well. Slough a free kick. Now this one's about 30 yards away from goal. It's almost level with the tram line of the penalty area on the right hand side. Again, Dobson's going to go over to take this one. Just trying to see if the referee's going to say whether it's indirect or direct. I thought Dobson might have had a go. In towards Adebayo, cleared, comes through to Dunn. Dunn can't win the ball. It's hooked clear in the end, and then Nathan Webb bundles into the Stratford player as he went to clear. And Nathan Webb just having a word spoken to here by the referee. Is he going to book him? He's actually going to book him. Nathan Webb gets the first yellow card of the evening. That's on 45 minutes. And I think the Slough fans behind the goal just a little bit disappointed in the fact that Francis has committed 3 or 4 fouls and has got away with every single one. Webb's just a little bit late on his player and gets a yellow card. So at least Slough got something out of this first half, as Lewis Putman just walks past, who Putts is on the bench today. And it's a free kick to Stratford. Cooper to take this free kick. Aimed again on the far hand side to Akinkora. Won by Stonehouse, but only comes as far as Gregory. Gregory back towards Tullock. Tullock plays the ball over, looking for the run of Gregory. And Mark Scott again has to come out of his box, this time on the side, to hook the ball clear. And it's a throw here to Stratford in the last minute or two, whatever the referee's adding on. Slough sent 3 or 4 subs to warm up on that far hand side. Just waiting for the throw to come in on the far hand side from Tullock. And he still hasn't thrown the ball on, which you would expect the referee to turn around and say, well, I mean, how can you not give it the other way? Oh, the ball's come over to Taylor. Taylor shoots, and he blasts one from an acute angle there, as Slough was so busy complaining to the referee about the time it took for the throw that they've switched off and they've given the ball away. And thankfully for Slough, Stratford haven't made any use of it here. It's a goal kick to Slough. And Scott with a go, and that's half time. So half time here at the DCS Stadium. Stratford 1, Slough Town 0. Stratford easily the better of the two sides here so far. and with a deserved lead. And we're just going to see if we can get someone to get us a burger. That would be good. Do you reckon we can see if we can find some? We'll run through some half-time scores with you. And what's going on here? So let's see if we can. As the players come off of both teams, obviously Stratford getting a good big round of applause. And the loud music. So we'll just wait for the teams to come off. As the Stratford manager just having a word with the referee there. And that's the half-time. So what we'll do, we'll see if we can find some half-time scores from around the other games in the Southern Premier League. And let's see what we can find. As the rest of the press box here evacuates quickly. Mostly going inside to the warmth. It's alright for them, isn't it? Cirencester 2, Dorchester 0. Fatcham 1, Burnham Nils 1. Let's have a look at what else we've got here. Half time is Merthyr 1, Leamington 1. We can't see. Cinderford 2, Chippenham 1. See what else we can find. Not a lot. So there's some more coming through. Let's have a look, see what we can find. So some of you must be sitting at home watching the Champions League and listening to us. There's some of the Slough fans just walk around for the little bit early for the start of the second half. As Putz is just walking past there. I would gather from the fact that Lewis Putman isn't in the changing rooms that he may have an injury, which is why, although he's named on the bench, he might not be coming on at the moment. But so it looks like an injury-ravaged Slough side is playing here. Banbury 0, Dunstable 0 is half-time. Kings Lynn are leading 1-0. Half-time, Kings Langley are 2-1 up against Biggleswade. Hayes and Yedding are 2-0 up. Or 2-0 down. It says 2-0, so I haven't got a clue. Weymouth are leading 1-0 against Frome. So, and Weymouth at home in that game. There you go. So, half time here at the DCS Stadium. Let's see what else we can find. On this day, 30 years ago, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion of the world when he defeated Trevor Berbick. And a fight that I remember watching very, very vividly. It didn't last very long. And that's one of those days where you have to pay 15 quid for to watch the thing, and then find out that it only lasts about a minute and a half. Those are the good old days. So that was on this day. I believe I read somewhere that on this day, 2003 was Johnny Wilkinson winning the Rugby World Cup for England. I may be wrong. On this day for Slough, lots of 2-1s in the history for Slough. This time, 2 years ago, Slough beat Hitchin 2-1. 2006, they lost 2-1. And then East Thurrock beat us 2-1. Lots of 2-1s, not many goals. There's just gonna get us a cheeseburger, no sauce. Yeah. Yeah. No onions, just burger. Cheers, Keith. So just getting our food order in there. So not a lot of goals around on this day. Apart from 1967. 1967, Slough beat Crawley Town 7-1. Then they've lost also on this day 1947. I know many of us Slough fans will remember that day clearly. In 1947, Slough lost at home 6-1 to Walton and Hersham. Unfortunately, that's where I live now, so Slough also lost 5-3 to Maidenhead on that day in 1930. But they did beat Wildstone 9-0 on this day back in 1890. That's not the time, that was the year. But the biggest defeat on this day in Slough's history was in 1924, where Slough lost to Chesham United, our local rivals. Slough lost 9-2. Hopefully that won't be the case for the rest of today. That would be a real shocker of a second half, that one. Hopefully, maybe people will put some lights. I'm not just saying, there seems to be a light right above me, and they don't put the light on, so we don't know what's going on. So, just see what's going on. What has someone put on there? Oh, Redditch United are playing Kettering. That's right. The music's just so invigorating here at Stratford. Apparently, Peter Jewell is listening while he's delivering for Sainsbury's. You must have a very, very good car stereo or van stereo if it picks up Rebels Radio. Good evening to you though, Peter. Thank you for joining in. Kettering 1, Redditch 0. As I've got a funny feeling the bloke that's in the corner just turns the music up every time he wants me to say something. So, but there you go. Hey ho. So hopefully, I think the second half's a good 6 minutes away from starting. So go and make a cup of tea. We'll see if we can find some scores from other things that are going on. And some up-and-coming games for you. Obviously, now Slough are away again tomorrow evening in the League Cup, where they will be away to Northwood. There will be no Radio Rebels from Northwood tomorrow evening, purely because obviously we've only got a limited amount of data usage that we can have, and obviously with the fact that we've got the FA Trophy Cup tie on Saturday, if that goes to a replay as well, that's another added game for us to cover. So there'll be no Radio Rebels tomorrow, but the next game will be on Saturday, where Slough will be in the FA Trophy at home to Wingate and Finchley. Please do try and come down to Arbour Park on Saturday to come down and watch that game. I believe that Wingate have a small number of fans, so the more of us Slough fans and Slough residents that go down would be great. Let's say we've got some half times from Forest Green Rovers 2, Tranmere 1, Chipstead 1, Godalming 0, Staines 1, Leatherhead 3. Oh, a bit of breeze just blew through me there. For all you Rafe Rovers fans listening up in Scotland, your team are beating Ayr United 1-0. Plymouth are losing. Plymouth, who were doing really well, got visited by Grimsby on Saturday and lost at home, and now losing at home to Barnet 2-0. Bottom of the table clash between Leyton Orient and Exeter is Exeter leading away 1-0. We've got Ebbsfleet are beating Hampton and Richmond 1-0. And I got to say, half time in the Champions League, Borussia Dortmund 5, Legia Warsaw 2. My big thanks here to Keith Bryant, who's a Slough fan, who's very kindly got me a burger. Thank you very much for that, Keith. When's your birthday? Tuesday. Your birthday's what, next Tuesday? Okay, so we're all going to sing happy birthday to you. No, we're not really. We'll do that on Saturday. Are you going for a drink anywhere? Are you going out? You're going to stay behind after the game on Saturday and get drunk? Okay, so there you go. Keith's very kindly invited every single one of you Rebels Radio fans down to the ground on Saturday to come for a celebratory drink for his birthday. We're just going to literally just come off air for a couple of minutes just so I can have a burger very quickly, and we'll be back for the start of the second half in a couple of minutes. Just amuse yourselves by watching EastEnders or Holby City or whatever's on that's on tonight, and we'll have a quick munch on the burger. That sounds really rude, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll just have a quick munch while the players and stuff start to come out. I think the person that's cooked this burger only knows one heat setting, and that's high. Is this making good radio? Is this better than the actual game? First 45 minutes, I think it is. I didn't actually realise that my other half was the person in the catering van down here at Stratford. It's just like home cooking. It's burnt to a crisp, so that makes no difference. I'm used to that at home, so the burger tastes just like it would do normally. So don't worry too much about the state of the burger. I'm used to it, and. Press box is filling up now, so we'll see the second half. It's got to be pretty close. Well, if I could be bothered to take my phone out of my pocket and take... There's a bloke standing in the no standing area, right next to the sign that says no standing. He's not a Slough fan. So we'll run through the two teams again for you, starting with the home side. In goal is Niall Cooper, 2 is Simeon Tullock, 3 is Kieran Westwood, 4 is James Fry, who's the captain, 5 is Liam Francis, 6 is Guy Clark, 7 is Will Grocott, 8 is Barry Fitzharris, 9 Richard Gregory scored the only goal on 26 minutes, 10 is Mike Taylor, and 11 is Edwin Akinkura. Substitutes for Stratford are 12 Dan Summerfield, 14 Jamie Sheldon, 15 new signing Ben Stevens, and 16 is Donald Benjamin. For the Rebels in goal is Mark Scott. 2 is Sean Fraser, who's captain. 3, Paul Stonehouse. 4 is Guy Hollis. 5, Mark Nisbet. 6, is Lee Togwell. 7, James Dobson. 8, Simon Dunn. 9 is Elijah Akim. Where I'm getting Akim from? Adebayo. 10 is Nathan Webb, and 11 is Warren Harris. Second half is just about to start. Slough will be shooting from right to left for this second half. Just waiting for the referee, Mr. Philip Hardesty, to get this game underway. Is he going to do it today? That's right, it's not like we've got a coach to catch or anything. Ref, you just carry on. Yeah, everyone's ready. Just get on with it. Come on. Come on, ref. You can do it. You played a whistle. That's how it starts. There you go. Well done, Mr. Referee. Slough with the ball. Back to Togwell. Togwell plays the ball immediately forward. Headed. Cleared by Clark. Comes out to Akinkora. Akinkora ball down looking for the run of Taylor. Taylor up against Hollis. Hollis does well, but then gives the ball away to Taylor. Taylor in towards Gregory. Back to Akinkora. Akinkora just run at the Slough defence. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor the chance to run down that right wing position. Got a cup. Oh, he's got the Mitchell brothers on him, but he does well to go past it. Oh, and that's a good challenge there by Paul Stonehouse. It's a corner to Stratford as Mike Taylor takes on the Mitchell brothers, Paul Stonehouse and Lee Togwell, and comes out on the right side. And it's a corner which Grocott again will come over to take. Again, out-swinging corner for Slough to defend here. And again, Slough just got to be a little bit aware of picking up the right man. With ball's played into the centre. It's a free header, but it's a free header for Dobson to clear. Comes out now to Nisbet. Nisbet gives it to Simon Dunn. Dunn takes a touch, and then as he tries to play it down the line, Guy Clark comes running across. Sorry, Fitzharris it was who came running across to block the ball there. And it's a throw to Slough. So apparently Connor, who's listening on YouTube, was at the game on Saturday, and he was hugging people he didn't know. I think that's called a nightclub. Seriously. Nisbet plays the long ball forwards, but that's going to take one bounce and goes safely out of play. As again, those 5 young lads behind the goal that Slough are defending are making a lot more noise than the assembled Slough fans behind the goal. Someone seems to be coming around selling raffle tickets. I prefer a goal would be better. As Cooper takes the goal kick up towards Gregory. Gregory flicks the ball on, but well spotted by Nisbet, who's there first. Flicks the ball on to Ron Harris. Harris seems to be playing more up front now. Ball played forward. Hooked cleared though by the captain Fry. Only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet heads the ball forward, trying to find Addy Bass over the top of him though, and safely into the arms of Cooper. Cooper just dropped it on the floor and picked the ball up just before Adebayo could get to it. Cooper just still got the ball in his hand here, then hits his clearance. It's going to be left by Slough, and has it gone out of play? No, Akinkora's done really well to keep the ball in play, but comes only as far as Stonehouse. Stonehouse looks up, trying to find Adebayo, waits for the ball, and it's headed clear by Clark. Then hooked away by Westwood, only as far as Stonehouse. Stonehouse gets a touch to it, but not the best of touches, and then Westwood with a burst of speed there, but well robbed there by Fraser, and Slough have the ball, and that's a little foul, is it? There's a foul there, a free kick to Slough. Just on the halfway line. Slough take it quickly and out towards Fraser. Fraser in towards Warren Harris. Heavy touch by him, and that gives Fry the chance to clip. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell's header goes towards Dunn. Dunn trying to head it forward. Warren Harris comes out, takes it on his chest, flings it out to Nathan Webb. Webb does a nice little turn, plays it into Simon Dunn, just overstretches it a little bit, and Slough try and win the ball back through Warren Harris. It'll break kindly here to Togwell. Togwell takes a touch, just pushed away from goal. We'll give it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse now in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn takes to come away from go. Back towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse spreads it here to Dobson. Dobson not seeing a lot of the ball in this game. Just pushed off the ball there. And he's won a free kick again. And you can't understand this referee. He's letting silly little fouls like that. I mean, it was never a foul in a million years. It's just one player slightly stronger than the other. But Slough have a free kick about 5 yards away from the side and about 25 yards away from goal. Dobson standing over this Free kick for Slough. Puts it too close to the goalkeeper. In fact, he puts it too close to the perimeter advertising. Straight out of play and out for a goal kick. So while we wait for the goalkeeper to go and get the ball, let's see if we can see what's going on around the ground. We're still waiting for the keeper to take this goal kick. He's taking his time a little bit there. No goals anywhere so far at the start of the second half. Free header for Togwell. Just heads it forwards, and again the three centre-backs for Stratford come across and clear. Comes into the centre. Dunn wins the ball for Slough. Gives it to Nathan Webb, but Slough just got no punch up front. Ball played into Ron Harris. Harris does well. Flicks it onto Addy Bayo. Back out towards Togwell. Togwell will give it to Dobson. Dobson needs an overlap. He's going to come from an underlap. Flicks the ball in with his right foot. Comes out here to Togwell. Poor touch by him. It's hooked clear by Fitzharris. Up towards Taylor. Taylor just muscles Guy Hollis off the ball. The two of them in some good play, and then Guy Hollis comes sliding in. Really good tackle there by Guy Hollis. And has he given a free kick? He's given a free kick. Yeah. The word is dumbfounded. I can't honestly believe that he's given that as a free kick. Long throw, taken quickly. It was a throw in the end, and the throw was taken quickly. Trying to find Akincourt. Slough give the ball away though to Grocott. Grocott with time to play it in on the far hand side to Gregory, scorer of the only goal here. Plays it on the far hand side to Westwood. Slough win the ball back with Nathan Webb in towards Dunn. Slough just trying to play the ball over quickly for the run of Adebayo. It's a little bit behind him. Francis comes across. Adebayo gets his body there, shakes the shot. Oh, it's gone through the goalkeeper's arms and it's just gone wide of the goal. Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie me. It must have come off the goalkeeper. It went underneath his body. He must have got a touch. It's a corner to Slough. Hayes and Yedding are 3-0 up in their game. Slough have a corner. Again, Dobson will come across to take this for Slough. Another out-swinging corner for the Rebels to try and get back into this game. Still trail here 1-0. As Dobson puts this one, it's a better corner. It's come through to the far post. It's a heavy touch by Akikura. Corner play only as far as Togwell. Togwell can't get the ball under his feet to shoot. It comes through here to Tulloch. Tulloch robbed of the ball by Togwell. It'll come through to Dobson. Dobson gets a touch on it. Comes through to Nisbet. Nisbet on this left-hand side. Gets the ball, gives it back towards Dobson. Dobson takes the touch, gets it onto his left foot, tries to put a cross in. It's headed clear. It'll come through to Fraser. Fraser takes it on the volley, but it's a poor touch, giving it away. And now Taylor's got a chance to run. So they've only got one back, but they've got three men coming back. Taylor's running with the ball. He's got Akincourt on the far hand side. And Guy Hollis robs the ball off him really well. Good defending there by Guy. Plays it up towards Nathan Webb. Webb takes it on the chest on the halfway line. Plenty of time to turn. Plays it out to Addy Bays. Come deep to get the ball. Tries to run at the Stratford defence. Still got the ball with him. Plays it into Harris, but it's easily telegraphed ball and it's cleared. Comes through to Guy Hollis. Hollis sends it towards Togwell. Togwell takes it on chest, spreads it here to Stonehouse. Stonehouse from the overlap. It's got Dobson free. Oh, it's a lovely ball played into Dobson. Dobson takes it first time. Yeah, he's got too much on it, and there's no width on the far right hand side for Slough, and it's gone all the way out for throwing on that far hand side. And Slough will be disappointed. Good spell of pressure there from the Rebels. Was Slough again just waiting for Stratford to take the throw, and they hooked the ball in the end clear. As then Slough just volley the ball back down. Tulloch is underneath it for Stratford. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Dobson chases it down, but sticks the leg out and can't get to it. Ball's been cleared. Comes through and it's a free. It's an offside for Slough. And Gregory now with his 11th goal of the season. Here is 9th in the league. It's the only thing that separates the two teams here at the DCS Stadium. 8.5 minutes gone in this first half. So now with the ball forward, only as far as Westwood. Westwood time to volley the ball. Only comes out to Simon Dunn, who's waiting inside the centre circle. Plays it to Togwell. Togwell's got Stonehouse on the overlap. Stonehouse is the player that gets the ball. Tulloch comes back with him. Stonehouse just comes to a stop. Gives it in towards Dobson. Dobson looks up, chips ball in. It's a good ball in, but well spotted by the Stratford goalkeeper, who gets there just before Adebayo. It just needed a little bit more whip on it to come away from the goalkeeper, but Cooper has the ball, and let's just. Oh, what's coming? What's this coming round here? Is that a food thing? Oh, some food. I think that's for the players at the end of the game. Long kick by Cooper, headed clear by Nisbet, and Slough win a free kick. And again, it's I can't see how it's a free kick. It's crazy decisions here by the referee. So take the free kick quickly through Nisbet, gives it to Hollis. Hollis bringing the ball forwards up towards Dunn. Dunn takes it in the centre circle, plays it out to Stonehouse. Slough playing a little bit better football here now than they did in the first half. Gives it to Togwell. Togwell in towards Warren Harris. He's come deep, playing up front now with Adebayo. Up towards Fraser. Fraser to Webb. Webb cuts inside, plays the ball down, looking for Warren Harris. Harris has made a run, tries to get across through. It's come off Grocott, and Grocott stops it from going for a corner, but it's a throw to Slough. Now will we see Guy Hollis come across and try and put this in? No, Slough aren't going to do it. Going to take it quickly. Balls with Webb. Webb does well. Turns, makes a bit of space for himself. Gets down the side, gets across in, but it's blocks just as it gets to the 6-yard line, and Slough have a corner on the far hand side. And this time it will be an in-swinging corner for Slough. They'll send forwards both centre-backs in Hollis and Nisbet. Nisbet's last game before he starts his what will possibly be a 2-match ban for his second red card of the season. As we wait for the ball to come in. It's a good ball. Adebayo can't get to it. It'll come through to Webb. Webb turns inside the box, trying to make an angle. Shoots, it's blocked. It'll come through. It'll come out to Togwell. Togwell will just dink it over the top. Togwell and Harris. Harris heads it down. It's saved by the goalkeeper. And then Slough can't get to the rebound. It's hooked clear in the end by Stratford. And Slough just can't believe that they haven't scored there. And Taylor's just pushed Sean Fraser as the two of them were tussling to it. The Stratford fans can't believe that it's not gone their way. But it's crazy. Nathan Webb gets booked in the first half for being a late challenge. Yeah, a player can push a player to the ground and not get a yellow card. I think you're going to see a substitution on the far hand side in a minute. Cheshire United are 2-0 up against Hitchin, and Kings Langley are 3-1 up. As Dobson puts the ball into the box. Headed clear by Fry. It'll come to the back post where Warren Harris will get the ball. Harris with up against Tulloch. Just trying to make an angle to get across in. This cross is blocked. It'll come through to Guy Hollis. He leaves it for Webb. Webb goes past a couple of players. Still running with the ball. Oh, he's just run the ball over. Slough looking for a free kick. And the referee's given a free kick the other way. I think rightly so. I think Nathan Webb's just, as he lost the ball, he went down expecting something, and he's just stuck a leg out. Cirencester 4, Dorchester 0 is a current score. I don't think many people would have seen that coming. Cinderford 3, Chippenham 1. So on a night when the top two seem to be not winning, Slough aren't making that advantage count. It should be a time when Slough needs to come back into this game. As Cooper with the free kick aims long towards Taylor. Free header for Nisbet. Only comes as far as Grocott. Grocott with a lovely touch towards Tulloch. Tulloch looks up, tries to run past. Dobson comes across, but Tulloch still with the ball. Cuts inside, dinks the ball in. Cleared by Nisbet. Only as far as Fitzharris. Fitzharris has got plenty of time on the ball. Spreads it out towards Tulloch. Tulloch up against Dobson. Gives the ball back, and it's come off. It hasn't gone out of play. It's come through to Clark with a long ball forwards. Headed clear by Nisbet. Will come into the centre to Webb. Webb takes it on his head. Plays the ball here, looking for the run of Dobson. Dobson now running at the guy Clark. Clark comes across, takes a touch. It's a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Slough, trying to find Warren Harris. Fry comes across, put under pressure by Warren Harris. And Slough win a throw in. Taken quickly by Slough with Dobson. Oh, Dobson just overrun it. Akinkora came back for Stratford. Good play there by the centre-backers. Nisbet heads the ball into the path of Gregory. Gregory with a little one too, and Guy Hollis has to stick a leg out to clear, and that would have been a really good one. That would have been 2-on-1 there. We will see a substitution on the far hand side. It's Slough making the substitution. James Dobson is the player coming off, and it's Lewis Putman coming on. I didn't think Putman would be coming on as the way he was walking around, but Putman comes on. What's that? For 59 minutes.
Substitution for Slough Town, replacing number 7 Dobson is number 18 Lewis.
So Putman comes on for Dobson. And Putman will immediately come over to this left-hand side. And go, oh, what's the referee waiting for? Oh, we're going to wait for a substitution from Stratford. So rather than make the substitution at the same time, Stratford have waited to make the substitution, which has annoyed the Slough fans. Coming off is Simeon Tullock, and coming on is number 12, Dan Summerfield.
Substitution for Stratford Town, replacing number 2, Simeon Tullock, is number 12, Daniel Summerfield.
So Dan Summerfield coming on for Tullock, and Putman on for Dobson. Those are your two. And Tullock's taking his time. This is the longest substitution you have ever seen. Oh, I really can't understand what this referee is doing. Why have we had a spate of having some terrible referees lately? As Kieran just stumbles past our commentary position here. Kieran on the coach tonight, thankfully. I think he's going to need that. Finally, the substitution's made. And hopefully we might even get some football. He's actually come over to take the throw in. So Summerfield's first touches the throw in. Plays it in. Headed comes off the head of Nisbet. Oh, almost like that goal against Kings Langley. Slough went first of the ball. Ball comes up to Adebayo. Takes it on his chest inside the centre. Heads it straight at Nathan Webb. But Adebayo wins the ball back for Slough on the far right hand side. Just he's still got the ball at his feet. Gives it back to Webb. Webb plays it out towards Fraser. Fraser, every play now camped in the Stratford half. Still ball with Fraser on the far right hand side. Gives it to Webb. Webb chips the ball forwards. Headed clear by Francis. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell trying to head it in towards Putman. Headed clear. Comes out towards Fitzharris. Comes back to Warren Harris. Harris on the edge of the box. Tries to get into it. Shoots! Oh, it's hit the side netting. We got excited there, but it was too excited. I saw the net bulge and I was... you know what a bulging net does to me. There you go, but it's wide of the goal. It's a goal kick. But at least they've had a good chance. And again, Cooper's just taking his time with this goal kick. Finally drills the ball on, looking for Gregory. Headed clear by Nisbet. Will come through to Putman. Putman into Togwell. Togwell just hits it lazily at Gregory. And then Fitzharris with the ball cleared up in the air. Underneath it is Fraser. Trying to hit it into the path of Webb. Webb just beaten to the ball by Westwood. Plays it out here for Akinkur. He's had a quiet second half. Trying to rob Sean Fraser, but Fraser does well. Defensible well. Plays it back to his goalkeeper, Scott. And Scott just fires the ball down the pitch. Looking for Warren Harris. Now look like they're going to... a 4-4-2 with what looks like Putman and Adebayo up front. Slough with a throw-in, taken quickly up towards Adebayo. Comes off Francis. Comes off Grocott. Grocott can't keep it in. It's another throw to Slough. Slough just play it out towards Fraser. Fraser will spread here to Hollis. Hollis into Togwell. Togwell on that centre circle area. Been to Putman. Oh, just a little bit too far in front of Putman to play. And then Gregory's offside is about 6 miles offside. He looked at the linesman to say, am I onside? He was a mile offside. Slough take the free quickly. Just play it between the two centre-backs. Give it back to Togwell. Togwell in towards Dunn. Slough just with the ball inside their own half. They need to try and get it forward a little bit more. Here with Fraser. Fraser travels with the ball 10-15 yards. Still with it at his feet. Chips it out towards Warren Harris. Harris closed down immediately. Back in towards Dunn. Dunn with a bit of space to run into. Dinks the ball over. It's well headed clear though by Francis, but it's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Taken quickly in towards Dunn. Dunn will turn, plays it in towards Fraser. Fraser just holds off the challenge, wins another throw. Taken quickly by Webb. Back in towards Dunn. Played in towards Putman. Oh, Putman's first touch is he gets the ball out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse just has to rush his ball in. Comes through to Warren Harris. Holds it up to Putman. Putman with his back to goal. 25 yards away from goal. Spreads it to Fraser. Slough with a bit of pressure in towards Webb. Webb's got a chance here to get a cross in. He's got some time. It's headed clear by Slough. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell in up towards Putman. Putman is away from goal. Just Slough and a great run on the far hand side by Webb, but the Togwell just couldn't find him. The ball comes out only as far as Fraser. Fraser loses the ball. It comes out to Taylor. Taylor with a chance to turn. Oh, it does really well. Turns and puts the burners on in a foot race with Guy Hollis. Guy Hollis will run back with him. Taylor's still there on the edge of the penalty box. Guy Hollis as you can guess, has come across and defended that absolutely superbly for Slough. Plays the ball out here to Dunn. Dunn now trying to thread it through to Stonehouse. Slough trying to spread the play here. Looks like they've gone free up front with Putman, Harris and Adebayo up front. Here to Putman. Putman's dropped deep to pick the ball up. Still running with the ball out on his left foot. Looking for a ball. Trips it across here to Fraser. Picks it up just a couple of yards inside the Stratford half. Out towards Webb. Webb immediately closed down. Ball down here. Tries to find Warren Harris. Harris will get there first. Keeps the ball in. Oh, he doesn't play the best ball in. It will come kindly for Simon Dunn. He wins it back. Back out to Fraser. Fraser takes a touch. Gets across in. It's headed clear by Francis. So now got to try and do something different to get past these three tall Stratford defenders. Ball comes out towards Simon Dunn. Oh, he just tried to play it in. But some really good defending by Grocott there. And Stratford now on the attack. And a lucky ricochet hits Westwood. But Slough had the ball with Hollis. Gives it in here to Nisbet. Nisbet will spread it out here to Stonehouse. Stonehouse playing almost like a left wing back here. In towards Putman. Putman turns. Shrugs his shoulders. Just drops with the ball. Just being pushed by Clark. Gives it to Dunn. Back towards Nisbet. Slough just better keeping of the football here second half. Nisbet, so Putman still with the ball. Just pressured off the ball, but Nisbet will come and win it back for Slough. But then Gregory gets a foot in, and now Gregory got a chance to run at the Slough goal. He's 30 yards away from goal. Guy Hollis again comes over for Slough. Guy Hollis just catching a breath there. He's done some fantastic defending here. Slough just a little bit too lazy with the ball. Scott with a long kick forwards here. Over the head of him. Well, it will come forward nicely to Warren Harris. Can he get the first? He can. Can he get the? Oh, Guy. And Francis has come across for Stratford to clear just as Warren Harris was about to put it into an empty net, and then Stratford clear long down the line, but it's gone straight out of play. Really good chance there for Warren Harris. Another substitution.
First prize is number 196. 196. Second prize is
coming off for Stratford is Mike Taylor. Coming on is we're just trying to see which number it is that's coming on. So coming off definitely is Mike Taylor. What number came on? I can't see his number. 15, which is a debut for Ben Stevens.
Substitution for Stratford Town replacing
As Slough get the ball back in play. It's headed in, comes out towards Adebayo. Adebayo flicks it out towards Dunn. Dunn leaves it for Togwell. Togwell just runs it over a little bit. Comes out towards Summerfield. Out towards Dunn. Dunn now with the ball 30 yards away from goal. Spreads it out here to Fraser. Slough just still can't get another ball. Out here to Webb. Webb takes a touch. Needs to get the ball in quickly. Gives it to Fraser on the overlap. Fraser gets across. Oh, it's over the top by Warren Harris. And a good chance there by Slough, but unfortunately the ball just wouldn't stay down. And it's gone over the top of the bar. But Warren Harris has had two good efforts in the last couple of minutes. Slough just getting that little bit closer to the goal. And again, Slough fans just upset that Cooper's taken a lot of time here. Kettering 1, Redditch 0 is a latest score. Biggleswade are drawing 3-3 with Kings Langley. Ball's here with Webb. Webb towards Fraser. Fraser, he just loops the ball forward. It will come through to Westwood. Westwood plays the ball down. Headed clear by... Surely that's a foul, referee, but the ball's here on the far hand side with Webb. Webb keeps the ball in. Back in towards Dunn. Dunn looks up, spreads it to Togwell. Togwell now spreads it out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse just... He's got Putman wide if he needs him. Stonehouse still with the ball. Dinks it in with his right foot. Gives the ball away to Clark. Adebayo chases it down. Now trying to chase down impacts. Ball's here with the captain Fry. Fry with the clearance down looking for Gregory, whose headed goal is the difference. Gets goal side of Nisbet. And you can see Nisbet getting at least another yellow card here. He could even get a red. I don't think that Gregory was the last man. It all depends on the referee. If not, then Mark Nisbet will be collecting red cards like they're going out of fashion. Let's see what the referee will do. I would guess the time it's taking it will be a yellow card, but you never can tell. Just waiting for the referee to see what he's going to do. Is it yellow? Is it red? We don't know. It's not difficult. Number 5, yellow. Come on. Yeah, he still hasn't given the card out. It's red, is it? No, we don't. Which pocket's he going to get this card out of? It's a yellow for Mark Nisbet. And with 20 minutes to go, Nisbet becomes the second Slough player to win something this afternoon. He wins another yellow card. And it's a free kick here to Stratford. Grocott standing over it, goes towards the goal. Too close to the goalkeeper, Mark Scott, and Scott can take the ball and tries to launch it quickly. Slough with a 4-on-4 attack if they can get the ball, but Scott's clearance is out of the ground and out. So yes, Biggleswade 3, Kings Langley 3 is a score. That seems to be the game of the day. Let's see if we can get some. We're waiting for Stratford to take a throw. So that's why there's nothing going on. The throw's come in. Slough win the header, but it comes out here to Grocott. Flicks the ball down. Comes as far as Mark Scott. Scott 10 yards out of his penalty area. Gives it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse in towards Togwell. Togwell to Nisbet. Nisbet spreads it out on the far hand side to Hollis. It's still Leamington 1, Murphy 1. Ball will come through here to Adebayo. Back towards goal. 30 yards away from goal. Gives it back to Togwell. Togwell just overruns it and then evades a challenge. Gives it into Dunn. Dunn with a chance to shoot from distance. Oh, he's hit it straight at the Stratford player. And now Stratford have a chance to break with Akinkura. Akinkura looks up. Nisbet goes across. He's got to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Akinkura turns. Oh, lovely ball into the centre for Grocott. Grocott's got choices of passes. Tries to spread it through for Gregory, but that's too far in front. And it comes through to Mark Scott. Rolls the ball out here to Nathan Webb. Webb plays it up. Gives the ball away. Warren House will win it back for Slough. Back in, and then Slough just trying to give the ball away here. Just don't want to keep it. Ball's back with Webb. As Dunn just on the end of a good challenge, though, as he had to try and win the ball back. Back with Dunn's just holding his ankle here at the moment. So ball's been flicked out towards Putman. Putman's first time to get the ball wide. Takes it down on his chest. Chance to run at Akinkura. Goes past him. Lovely loose ball in. James Fry with the clearance for Stratford. Only as far as Stonehouse. Stonehouse back towards Putman. Putman just looking for someone to make an option. Option Stonehouse. Stonehouse just plays it back out towards Putman. Stratford with virtually 10 men behind the ball. Putman flicks the ball over trying to find Stonehouse. Akinkura wins the ball on the ground. Stonehouse gets a touch. Putman keeps it in for Slough on this left hand side. Back towards Nisbet. Nisbet takes a touch. Plays it across to Hollis. There'll be a substitution for Slough in a second. I guess it would be Simon Dunn maybe coming off. Ball's with Webb. Webb's been able to travel 15 yards with the ball. Cuts inside. Tries. Oh, he spread it out towards Fraser. Just about gets to Fraser. Fraser tackles. It's a throw to Slough. Is it going to be a chance for the substitution now? It is. Simon Dunn will be the player coming off. And I can't see the number. I think it's Nathan Smart will be the player coming on. Is it 14 coming on? I can't see. Where's it? Can't see the number of the person coming on. So they've taken the board away, so we can't see who's coming on. 8 is definitely Simon Dunn's the player off, and it looks like Gherkin Gockman is the player on. I think 15 is Gherkin Gockman, so that's the substitution for Slough. Gockman on as Hollis finally puts a long throw into the box. It's come through in the centre to Warren Harris. It's an equaliser for the Rebels on 73 minutes. Goal coming from Warren Harris. Long throw flicked on at the far post, and Warren Harris just stuck a foot out. He's got it into the back of the net, and Slough have got an equaliser here. Warren Harris been the player is more likely to score for the Rebels today, and he's put his name.
74 minutes from number 11, Warren Harris.
They reckon it's 74 minutes, roughly about that, yeah.
I've also made substitution replacing number 8, Simon Dunn.
So Slough back in this game here, 1-1, and that's keeps things interesting at the top of the league. Slough now at the better of this second half. Interesting that they couldn't play this way first half. Biggleswade 4, Kings Langley 3. That's definitely the game to go to. Ball's here with Fitzharris trying to play it into Akinkura. Akinkura takes a touch there, and then Stonehouse puts a touch out. Ball comes through to Summerfield. Overruns the ball. Comes here to Togwell. Togwell under pressure. That's a foul, referee. Surely no. The ball's with Putman. Putman just trying to run past Fitzharris. Oh, referee! That's got to be a yellow card. He's had 2 bites. One there and one there. Oh, dearie. And yeah, the Slough fans finally, I think they're just disappointed that the referees let some persistent fouling go on a little bit here, and finally, who's his name? Fitzharris, isn't it? 75 minutes, we'll call that. Thank you. He gets a yellow card, and Slough have a free kick, and the Slough fans now need to concentrate their efforts on getting behind the team rather than having a go at the referees given his decision. They need to get behind the side. And Putman will take this free kick for Slough. Trying to play it into it's a header by Adebayo, but it's an easy save there by Cooper in the Stratford goal. He just had to move a yard to the side just to get to that one. Now Cooper's got the ball. He's suddenly decided he's going to hurry it up a little bit. Cooper, long ball down, trying to find Gregory. Gregory with a heavy touch, but comes through to Nisbet. Nisbet brings the ball for Slough. Out towards Putman. Putman comes inside, gives it to Togwell. Togwell with the time to look. Slough a little bit deeper at the moment. We'll ball with Nathan Webb. Webb cuts inside, gives it to Togwell. Togwell just under pressure, has to go back towards Nisbet. Nisbet will spread it to Hollis. Hollis will just bring the ball forwards a little bit further. Comes out towards Fraser. Fraser takes a touch up towards Gockman. Gockman's first touch in towards Fraser. Fraser gets a really lucky ricochet. Brings the ball forward, trying to find the run of Adebayo. Adebayo's onside. Takes one touch. Second touch is a goal! 2-1 to Slough! Oh, he's had one chance and he's jumped right into the crowd. The travelling support can't believe that all the Slough players are jumping on top from absolutely nowhere. Slough got back into this game. Elijah Adebayo with his 4th goal for the Rebels. And Slough have come from behind. 76 minutes I make that goal. It's all happening here at the DCS Stadium.
Who put the cross in for him?
Sean Fraser. Yeah, Fraser with the cross there. He got a lucky ricochet, played the ball in. And Slough now lead here 2-1. Yeah. Adebayo's got a yellow card for jumping into the crowd. What's wrong with these referees? Slough with the ball in towards Putman. Putman. Oh, now Putman's just won a cheap free kick there from Guy Clark. Slough in the ascendancy here as Putman knocked the ball round him, but just ran straight into the player. It's a free kick to Slough. And Slough now have come from 1 behind to lead 2-1 here. And no yellow card or anything. Looks like Togwell will stand over and take this free kick for Slough as we enter the final 14 minutes. Taken quickly, looking for Putman. Putman will keep it in by the left-hand corner flag. Gets across in. Comes through to Warren Harris. Takes a touch. And under pressure from Dan Summerfield. The ball is over the top of the bar. And it's a goal. There's another substitution now. 3rd and final substitution for Stratford, sorry. Coming off is Fitzharris. Coming on is Jamie Sheldon. That's in the 78th minute. So that's Jamie Sheldon on for Fitzharris. So Stratford have used up all 3 of their substitutes in search of getting back into this game. And if it stays this way, that Slough will progress further. We'll see if we can get some more updates from around as we wait for Cooper to put this goal kick. Biggleswade 4, Kings Langley 4. As the ball's flicked on by Hollis backwards towards Nisbet. Nisbet's ball headed clear by Summerfield. Comes out to Stevens. Stevens loses the ball though, comes out to Webb. Webb plays it up for Adebayo. Adebayo uses his body to try and turn Francis. Does really well. Keeps the ball on the far hand side. The two of them are having a battle. Adebayo still keeping the ball in. He's right by the corner flag at the moment. A little bit of time. He wins a corner for the Rebels. Merthyr are still 1-1 Cinderford were winning 3-1 the last I heard. So Hitchin were losing as well. So it could be a good night for the Rebels if it stays this way. Putman will jog across to take this corner. It'll be an out-swinging corner for the Rebels. As Slough just careful of sending too many forward players. So it will be an in-swinging corner from the left-footed Putman. Slough just trying to get a third goal here to wrap it up. It goes deep to the far post. That's a push there. Is that a penalty? It's headed clear though by Sheldon. The ball will come out towards Gockman. Gockman just overruns the ball. Gives it to Grocott. Overrun. Into the feet of Westwood. Westwood under pressure from Togwell. Togwell's it's come through to Akinkura. Akinkura turns. Cuts inside. Chance to run at the Slough defence. Spreads it out here to Summerfield. Summerfield's ball forward. That's a waste of a ball. And I really don't know what's happened to Stratford at half time, but whatever their manager said has had a backward effect. They've definitely not been the side they were for the first half that dominated that first half proceeding. Scott with the goal kick out towards Gockman. Oh, Gockman flicks the ball on, trying to find Warren Harris, but it's just got a little bit too much and it runs into the feet of Niall Cooper and picks the ball up and then launches the ball long. No time wasting from Cooper now. Nisbet with the header, headed back by Webb to Hollis. Hollis will go back to his goalkeeper Scott. Scott plays a long ball forwards. It's come off the head of Fry in towards Grocott. Grocott comes with a heavy touch. Comes through to Warren Harris. Harris holds the ball up. Gives it to Togwell. Togwell spreads to Putman. Putman takes the ball under his feet. Back out towards Togwell. Togwell trying to find the run of Warren Harris. Harris will do well. Will the ball hold up for Slough? Will he keep it in? He does well to keep it in from going out. He's played it back into Putman. Putman here on this left-hand side. He's got acres of time. No one's going to close him down. He's just stood there with the ball at his feet. And plays it back out here to Stonehouse. Sorry, Togwell. They look alike. They're the Mitchell brothers. Back to Webb. Webb's got plenty of time if he wants to spread it. He'll spread it out to Fraser. Fraser's just telling Gockman to go wide for him. Gockman does go wide. Receives the ball. Takes a touch. Turns away from goal. Back towards Togwell. Togwell under pressure from Gregory. Back towards Hollis. Now just keeping the ball a little bit. Oh, Hollis. What a glory ball that is into the path of Putman. Putman's got a chance to run at the defence. Hits his ball straight at Clark. And comes off Clark, does it? No, it comes off Putman. Sorry, I'm eating the microphone at the same time. It's a throw to Stratford. We're into the last 9 minutes of the game here. That's what you wanted to know, Stephen. The last 9 minutes of the game, as we're just waiting for a ball to come across. Putman just feels a little bit of an impact from that challenge that he's just made. Clark with the throw, just being told not to come any further. Headed clear by Putman, trying to find Warren Harris. Clark underneath it. Oh, it gives it away to Warren Harris. Harris trying to battle for the ball, wins it, gets ball off the ball by Clark. Ball into the corner. Harris chases it down. It's a throw to Stratford, but Slough just battling now. And Clark will take this throw deep inside his own half, being told by the referee don't go any further. Flicks it on towards Akinkura. Grocott with a clearance, but it only comes through to Hollis. Hollis will head back to Mark Scott, and under no pressure Mark Scott would just wait for the ball to come to his feet as Stevens chases it down, but Mark Scott picks the ball up and then launches a huge kick down the field, trying to find Adibay. Adibay does well, takes it well, good control. Apparently he's won a free Stratford have got a free kick for Adibay backing into someone. There you go, there's the first. Ball's here with Summerfield. Summerfield in that central midfield position. Spreads the ball out to the far hand side for Westwood. Westwood with the ball. Plays it up towards Stevens. Poor ball out, comes up toward Gregory. Gregory trying to feed Stevens on the overlap, but it comes through to Guy Hollis, who plays it back to Scott. Scott with the long clearance down. Again trying to find the run of Adibay. Adibay is up against Francis and then volleyed high up into the air by Westwood. Only comes to Stonehouse, who volleys the ball. It will come through to Adibay. Stops, holds the ball up. He's got Gockman on wide on him if he needs him. Gockman is that player that he uses. Gockman's got the ball stuck underneath his feet. Tries to get it out. Just plays it in here to Nathan Webb. Tells where he wants it. Oh, Gockman just couldn't get a touch to it. Ball played forwards. Akinkura trying to get there, but Nisbet with the header clear for Slough. Up towards trying to find Warren Harris, and Slough again. Warren Harris punished for being 5'6", and it's a free kick to Stratford. Cooper will take it halfway inside his own half. The score as we enter the final 7 minutes. Stratford 1, Slough 2. Nisbet with a header comes out towards Togwell. Togwell trying to play the ball into the path of Putman, but it just takes a a bounce and bounces out. It's a throw. Slough needs to just turn and face the ball. Quickly taken towards Fry. Oh, great closing down by Adebayo there. He's chased the ball down. It is only a throw to Stratford, but Adebayo does really well. Still got some life in the young lad here. Clark with the throw for Stratford. And comes off the head of Nathan Webb. It's another throw. No, it comes off the head of 14. It comes off Sheldon. It's a throw to Slough. Slough will take their time with this. The 5 young Stratford lads behind that goal, still getting behind their team. Putman with the throw. Up to Eddie Bayer. Takes it on his thigh. Still got the ball. Just loses it there. It will come out to Akinkura. Akinkora's got 2 players on him. Gives it away though only as far as Togwell. Togwell to Nisbet. Nisbet plays the ball forward. Adebayo trying to win the ball back. It's come off the head of Guy Clark into the arms of Cooper. And now suddenly Cooper wants to start getting the ball forward quickly. Up towards Gregory, but well spotted by Nisbet. Will break finally to Harris. Harris holds it in the centre circle. So now ball's with Togwell. Back in towards Harris. Harris just dropped a little bit deep. He's got Gockman and Adebayo in front of him if he needs him. He's just going to run. Gives it to Gockman. Gockman just turns away from goal. Brings it out on the far hand side. Gets a cross in. Adebayo's first to it. Oh no, goalkeeper. Good goalkeeping there by Cooper. Just first out to the ball as Adebayo was waiting for the ball. Long forward. Ball forward. It comes off Gregory and hits Guy Hollis. Plays it out here to Putman. Putman cuts inside. Slough much better performance this second half. Putman still running with the ball. Spreads it out here to Gockman. Gockman just into the centre towards Togwell. Togwell operating in that centre circle position. Back towards Fraser. Fraser under pressure from Stevens. Ball forwards. It's only as far as Fry. Fry's ball forward. Comes across to Fraser. Takes it on his chest. Plays the ball forward. It comes off Summerfield and Westwood keeps it on the far hand side. Played forwards. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell just overruns it. Dives in and Togwell is adjudged to have fouled. I thought it was 2 players that went for the ball there, but maybe not. Maybe that isn't the way it goes. Stratford tried to take the free kick early, but to no avail. So Slough still lead here. It's ready to equalise. It's 1-1. It's Chippenham have got to go back. Chippenham now 3-2 down. Trying to see it, just trying to look for Chesham are still winning 2-0. As a free kick comes in from Stratford, and it's easily cleared there by Nisbet. Comes through to Clark. Clark under a bit of pressure will go back to his goalkeeper, to Cooper. Cooper plays it out here to Westwood. Looks like they're going to leave Francis up front of Stratford. Ball played forwards over the head of Fraser. It hits a Stratford player, and Guy Hollis comes across. It's a throw for Slough. And I think we're into the final 3.5 minutes here, plus we'll must be have about 3 minutes added on from the referee, maybe a little bit more for the Slough Town celebration. Still Merthyr 1, Leamington 1. Chippenham are losing at the moment, but 3-2. Ball's here, Gockman trying to chase, but he's given a free kick away. But it's halfway inside the Stratford half. Slough just trying to repel this defence. It does look as though Stratford are going to leave number 5 Liam Francis up front as Cooper takes this free kick won by Nisbet. Or comes through here to Summerfield. Summerfield does well to go past Webb. Plays it on the far hand side, gets to the chance. There's a good challenge there, and that was a superb challenge there, and you know who it was. If I say it's a superb challenge, you know it's from Guy Hollis. What a challenge, as he was breaking into the box, stuck a leg out and just played the ball back, and Slough have it in the arms of Slough goalkeeper Mark Scott. And still those 5 young lads from Stratford make a lot of noise. Long kick by Scott, trying to find Adebayo. Oh, it falls kindly for Warren Harris, does it? He's taken a shot, but it's deflected. It will come out here to Cooper. Cooper's picked it up outside of his area with his feet. Plays the ball forward, looking for Akinkura. And Stonehouse heads it off Akinkura. Keeps the ball in though. Good play here by the number 11. Played it in, looking for Summerfield. Summerfield's ball forwards. Comes off Francis towards Sheldon. Sheldon trying to play the ball on for Akinkura. Good chance here from to run to Nisbet. Still got the ball. Cuts inside. Chips the ball to the far post. There's a acre of space where it's Summerfield. Shoots. It's blocked. And it comes off a Slough player. It's a corner on the far hand side. We've got a minute, about 2 minutes of normal time added on. It's Stratford 1, Slough Town 2. Can Slough hang on? There's a hair on the microphone. It's really tasty. I've been eating it for the whole game. It's going to be an in-swing corner on the far hand side. Grocott goes across to take it for Stratford. Slough with some defending to do. It comes through the back post. It'll come through here to Sheldon. Kicks the ball in. It's hit Fraser. Fraser can bring the ball out now. He's got plenty of time to bring it out. He can run with the ball. Plays it up here to Putman. Putman takes a touch. Goes back towards Fraser. Fraser just hits this straight at Clark. And the ball's going to stay in, is it? Yeah, Clark does really well. Keeps the ball in. Oh, he hits it weakly at Paul Stonehouse and Slough the ball with Fraser. Looks down the line, trying to find the run of Warren Harris. Cooper's going to come out for that one. And Cooper hits it on the volley into the centre of circle. Grocott and Stevens underneath it. Stevens inside his own half. Picks the ball up. Turns away from Adibo. Gives it in towards Grocott. Grocott's going to be closed down by Warren Harris. Plays the ball forward. Oh, that's a superb ball. And Mark Scott will come across though and pick that ball up as Akinkora does well to chase it down. And Mark Scott does that thing that Slough fans hate the most from a goalkeeper. He dives on top of it to stop and waste a little bit of time. Not the Slough fans are moaning now. They lead here 2-1. I make it. We've got 30 seconds of normal time plus whatever the referee will add on. Ball comes off a Stratford player as the ball went forwards. It's full time. Cirencester 4, Dorchester 1. Slough have a throw in on the far hand side. Slough just taking their time. Fraser with the throw. Comes here to Warren Harris. Comes flicked on by Gockman. Comes through kindly to Webb. Webb flicks it out to Adebayo. Adebayo just going into the corner. He's just going to run it into that corner flag. He's got the captain Fry on him, but Adebayo's strong. Keeps the ball. It'll come out here to Nathan Webb. Webb's just going to let it roll. It's a throw into Slough on the far hand side. We have definitely entered into whatever the referee now adds on. This is... And Stratford announced that Grocott is their man of the match. Game's not over yet. Fat Lady's not been singing. And if she could start warbling him up now, that would be fantastic. Slough with the throw in towards Gockman. Gockman tries to hit it at a player. Adebayo keeps the ball in right by the corner flag, just shielding the ball off. And apparently he's given away a free kick. There you go. I don't know how to... it's different if one player does it. So this is a free kick to Stratford right by the corner flag. Cooper goes over to take it into whatever the referee adds on now. Long kick headed clear by Togbell. It'll break kindly to Putman. Oh, just falls behind Putman. Can Adebayo get there first? He can't. And Adebayo slides in as Summerfield clears the ball. It's a free kick to Stratford, 10 yards inside their own half. They're going to get Cooper to come and take it. Adebayo's just going to get a speaking to here by the referee. His referee's just having a word for him. Is it a yellow card? It's just a chatting to? It's just a chatting to. So it's a free kick to Stratford. Level with the kind of end of where their centre circle bit inside is. It's Cooper telling it. Every single player apart from Cooper inside the Slough half. As Cooper looks to take... this free kick, fires it wide to the far side, looking for Francis. Free header there for Gockman. He'll come out here to Westwood. Westwood takes a touch, trying to play it inside to Stevens. Oh, Warren Harris has robbed it for Slough, and he's just played it at Stevens. Got the ball back, kept it in on the far hand side. It's come off Westwood. It's a throw to Slough. Slough just hanging on here into... the referee's played 2 minutes and 10 seconds so far of any time. It doesn't look like he's blowing his whistle yet. Slough still leading here 2-1. It'll be their first ever victory over Stratford Town. And it's a long throw here by Hollis, trying to get it on. Adebayo trying to flick the ball off. It comes off the head of Stevens. It's another throw to Slough. And Slough just taking their time. They're waiting for someone to get a ball, and it's going to be Webb that will take the throw for the Rebels. How long is the referee, Mr. Hardesty, going to play on? 2.5 minutes so far of extra time. Ball's flicked on by Gockman. Tries to find Harris. Harris will try and hold the ball up. Just runs into a bit of trouble. Blocks the ball. It'll come through to Adebayo. He's offside though. It's a free kick to Stratford. Almost level with that 18-yard line. Cooper goes back to take this one. Trying to push Stratford further up the pitch. Cooper with the free kick. Aimed long. Underneath it is Francis. It's come through to Hollis and then comes through to Nathan Webb. Webb just plays the ball down. Adebayo's offside. Oh, he should have just left it. As it is, it's another free kick to Stratford. Again, Cooper now. He's not time wasting now, is he? No, he's in a hurry. Cooper, 15 yards inside his own half with this free kick. Not surprised. Everyone's not surprisingly in the box. Long ball in by Cooper. Francis is underneath it. Francis knocks it on, but only as far as Mark Scott. And Mark Scott dives on top of the ball in comedic fashion there. I don't think I've ever seen such an over-dramatical dive on a ball in all my time. But But Slough are just eating the clock up here. I don't know, is he going to be playing until tomorrow? 4 minutes of extra time played. Long ball forwards. Andy Bayer's onto this so he can get there. Can he finish it for Slough? He loves the goalkeeper. Oh, he's lobbed it over the bar as well. But I think there was a nice little touch from a Slough fan behind the goal. Just volleyed the ball on. Number 6 just coming to kick the ball off because there's 2 balls on the pitch. Where's he going? Where's he going with that? Where's he going? It's a goal kick, you idiot. Oh, Cooper's wasting time here. He thinks it's offside. It's a goal kick. What easy? He's wasted about half a minute. We've played 49 minutes and 24 seconds of this second half. Cooper's long ball. Headed away by Togwell. Volley back forwards. Francis is underneath it. Plays it forward. Hollis as ever plays the ball forwards. And now they're just waiting for they head it back towards the goalkeeper. Oh yeah, just about heads it through. One house chases it down. I've got to go to work tomorrow, referee. Blow up. Long kick forwards by the referee. Francis is underneath it. Stoops, but it'll come through to Putman. It's the final whistle here. Slough Town have got a 2-1 victory. Their first victory here against Stratford Town. And Slough, through Adebayo. He got a yellow card. He got a booking. I don't think he cares. He's got the winning goal here at the DCS Stadium. Slough have come from behind to win here. The final score, Stratford 1, Slough Town 2. And the Slough fans now make a lot of noise behind that goal. Credit to those 5 young lads from Stratford who sang throughout the game supporting them. Now this is where all the Slough players are coming across towards the fans that have made this journey up the M40. They're going to have a boisterous journey on the way back. We're going to be drowned out by the Music Man. Just to let you know, tomorrow night Slough again are away to Northwards in the League Cup game. That's a 7:45 kickoff. We will not be covering it, Radio Rebels. You'll have to come down in person or follow it on Twitter. The other next game for Slough on Saturday, Slough will be at home to Wingate and Finchley in the 3rd round of the FA Trophy. But here at the DCS Stadium, the number 9 Adebayo has taken his shirt off. Well done, Slough! So the Rebels come back from a goal behind to lead 2-1 here. Let's see if we can get some final scores from around some of the other grounds. Let's see if Slough have crawled further up that table. Let's see what we can find. Weymouth 2, Froome 1, Biggleswade 1, 5-4 in the end. Let's see what else we can find. Cinderford 3, Chippenham 2 is a final score. Let's see what else we've got. Hazen Yedding have won 3-0. I think that was an FA League Cup game. Merthyr 1, Leamington 1. It's been a great night for the Rebels here at the DCS Stadium. We wish you all the very safe for the rest of we'll be back tomorrow. Well, we won't be back tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow. Follow Twitter. We're back. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Yes, tomorrow and then Saturday is the next time we're on. Until then, have a good rest of the week. Thank you very much for listening and good night.